show.
Hard rock, fire blues, rock in the veins. Rap, rock shadows moving through the chains. R&B colors in the mix tonight. Every style sparking in the arena lights.
Plug in, power up, feel the voltage climb. Every Monday night at 9
Central Time. Jammin' with Scarlet and Omega tonight.
Rock and metal fusion in the spotlight.
Artists collide in a full force spin.
Step to the mic, let the battle begin.
Bass hits heavy, rhythm shakes the frame. Every sound welcome, every spark a flame. From black road grit to the city shine. Each contender steps across the line.
Rock, metal, rap, rock, blues, and grime.
R&B textures cutting clean through time.
Every sound with a rock or metal spine.
Into the arena,
And put it on the line.
Scarlet and Omega.
The storm, the spark, broadcasting loud from the edge of the dark.
Jammin' with Scarlet and Omega tonight.
Music competition under arena lights.
Turn it up loud, let the whole world know.
Welcome to the music competition show.
Monday nights, 9 o'clock, Central Time.
Tune in, lock tight.
Swain Family Records Network presents. Jammin' with Scarlet and Omega.
Good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining us tonight on the Swain Family Records for another edition of Jammin' with Scarlet and Omega. Tonight is all about powerful guitars, hard-hitting drums, unforgettable vocals, and some truly awesome rock and metal music. That's right, tonight is not a competition. It's a special rock and metal spotlight honoring several of our champion and legacy members who have supported this network, shared their music, and helped this community continue to grow. We're excited to give each future artist some time in the spotlight, learn more about their musical journey, and hear their stories behind their music. Each artist will answer 7 questions before we play their song. This gives everyone watching an opportunity to learn more about the musicians behind the music. Be sure to support every artist appearing tonight. Leave comments, react to their songs, share the live stream, and let them know when something connects with you.
So turn up the volume, settle in, and prepare yourself for a night of incredible rock and metal. Welcome to Jammin' with Scarlet and Omega. I'm Omega.
And I'm Scarlet, and let's rock. Up first tonight, we have MVAI. Omega, would you like to tell us and introduce our spotlight artist?
He's on mute.
She wrote me a script to speak from, so I had to get to where she jumped to. So our first spotlight artist tonight is MVAI. MVAI is bringing us a song titled Empty Chair. Before we hear it, we want to learn more about the artist and the story behind the music.
So question number 1 is, who is your favorite artist or band in the rock and metal genre, and why have they had such a strong influence on you?
Oh man, there's so many. I don't know. There's so many bands that I listen to. I suppose Linkin Park is probably one of the biggest. It was where the one band that I grew up listening to a lot, which helped me. I was an angry teen, so I think Linkin Park helped me get through a lot of that sort of anger, as well as Papa Roach. Papa Roach did the same. So yeah, probably Linkin Park and Papa Roach are probably the two bands that I listened to that got me through a lot.
Can absolutely see that. She didn't give me the second page, so I'm going to jump to question 4, which is what emotions, experiences, or ideas usually inspire you when you begin writing a new song? And I know that you've been doing this since like the early 2000s, and you actually were a DJ yourself, so I know that a lot of your experiences go into your music. But besides your experiences, what else do you usually tap into for your music?
Um, it, I tap into a lot of emotion. So when I write a lot of my songs, it depends on how I'm feeling at the time. Um, like if I'm feeling sort of angry, I tend to go to like the dubstep core, and I'll sort of use that to write some of my lyrics. Also, I think so I did the I can't even remember the name of the track now. The Hands I Can't Hold during Father's Day. That was literally just me pouring out my emotions and writing about how I lost my dad on Father's Day, and becoming a dad myself and not really having much time to grieve and not knowing what to do as a parent. So yeah, it just depends on how I'm feeling. A lot of the time, my music is based on the emotion that I'm feeling at the time.
Okay. Question number 3. How would you describe your personal sound to someone hearing your music for the first time?
I'm a perfectionist.
You and me
so-
both.
So yeah, I tend to, because I kind of do a hybrid approach as well. So as much as I use AI, if I can't get the sound right in Suno, then I'll jump into Ableton and start making the sound that I want, and then port it back into Suno. So that's why a lot of my stuff tends to not
One
sound
more.
like Suno stuff.
All right. And then one final question for you is, question number 5. Okay, there we go. Sorry, he said he was telling me which one to do. What is one rock or metal song, either your own or someone else's, that has made a personal impact on your life?
It's got to be Falling in Reverse's version of Last Resort. When I heard that song, I'm not going to be ashamed to admit it, I cried my eyes out, because you had Papa Roach's version, which is like the angry version of it, and then you had Falling in Reverse's version, with a whole different bunch of feels. The way that he portrayed that song with such emotion, yeah, I'm not ashamed to admit it, I cried my eyes out, because it just hit me in all the feels that the song should have done. But obviously, like I said, the original version was more that angry version, and his version was just chef's kiss. It was beautiful.
Yeah, I definitely love Papa Roach's version, but Falling in Reverse really did wonderful on that.
Oh yeah. It's just the piano, and it's just like I said, the feelings that he brought into that song. Just I think it definitely touched a lot of the sort of older metalheads that grew up with Papa Roach, and it just, like I said, it just hit differently.
And it's so rare to actually find somebody who did a later version of a song that did so great on the song. And when you find one that they did justice to the original song, it's great.
Yeah.
So question 6 is, what has been the most difficult part of your musical journey, and what has helped you continue to move forward?
Most difficult, probably before, like I said, before AI was a thing. I was a dubstep producer. I got signed to labels. I was quite big in the underground, and I got shafted hard. I literally signed to labels. They promised me the earth. I was literally burning myself out on a daily basis, trying to push music to the label, and I got nothing out of it. I got to the point where I ended up destroying my whole catalog, my whole persona. I deleted everything to do with that alias, which was a really hard decision for myself to make, because I was like, I'm not going to allow them to make any money off me. And my SoundCloud back in the day, I had thousands of followers. I had hundreds of thousands of views. And yeah, that was probably the most difficult part of my career. And yeah, I stopped making music for years because I was like, I just lost all interest in making any music because I lost the love for it. And then AI came about, and I was like, okay, cool. I've got this new way of doing things, and I was just like, started dabbling. I already have my side alias, which is Envy, which is where I started producing again. And then that's how MBAI was born, was because I was using it was Udio first, and then it was Suno, and I started making music with AI, and sort of just I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna go back to just enjoying making music, doing it for the fun. I'm not bothered about releasing music and things like that. I'd just rather make music, and if people listen to it, they listen to it.
Yeah, I get that because I do. I keep telling people this, and I don't think anyone really believes me, but I do music for myself. What I would listen to, what I want to listen to, what I want to have on my radio while I'm driving around. And if somebody gets something from it, great. If not, I still have it for me. I do it more
Yeah.
as a hobby than I do as, trying to become a professional at it, because most of my stuff is AI produced, but I'd like people to hear it, because I did produce it and it did come out sounding what I feel like was pretty good. So I get exactly what you're saying.
All right. Final question before we play your song. What would you like listeners to understand, feel, or remember after hearing the song we're about to play tonight?
So I suppose it goes into the description of the song. Can I mention the name?
Yeah, I already have actually.
Yeah.
I've got what you wrote already. If you'd like me to read it for you.
No, it's okay. I only sent that just in case I didn't wake up, because
Okay.
It's 3 a.m. in the morning.
Right.
So I was just like, I'll send it just in case I don't wake up, because I didn't wake up the other night when I was supposed to be on a stream, but I had been drinking, so that was my reason why I didn't wake up. But yeah, Empty Chair is heavily influenced by Nirvana, and it's a song about teenage suicide, from someone that struggled with suicide growing up, and suffering big time with my mental health. Basically, the whole song is about that, and obviously it kind of relates to Nirvana as well, with Kurt Cobain taking his own life. So yeah.
Well, like I tend to say, let's roll that beautiful bean footage.
There's a desk by the window still, a name they'll read but skip on Monday. A jacket on the hook downstairs that nobody's got the heart to move. And we didn't know, no, we didn't know. You were quiet and we let it go. Now there's an empty chair where all your laughing used to be. And I'd give back every stupid year just to hear you knock on my door. Come back to me. The phone still lights up with your face. I can't delete it, can't erase you. The whole town wears a paper smile and calls it weather, calls it fun. And we didn't ask, no, we never asked. How'd you carry all of that so far? Now there's an empty chair where all your laughing used to be. And I'd give back every stupid year just to hear you knock on my door. Come back to me.
That was Empty Chair by MVAI. If you like what you heard, reach out to him and he can tell you how to find all of his music and more of his songs. And yes, I was definitely feeling those Nirvana vibes. Made me feel like I was back in high school again. Great job.
Thank you.
He's on SoundCloud, by the way.
Yeah, I'm on SoundCloud and YouTube.
Well, before we move on to our next artist, is there anything else you'd like everyone watching tonight to know about your music or any upcoming projects?
Yeah, I have some fun stuff coming on Friday, so check that out on Friday's stream. It's gonna be a heated one.
You got two things coming up Friday, so they got to tune into both.
Yeah, the Shermanator's coming out.
Yeah, Duchess Dumpster Fire might give you a run for the money.
Yeah.
All I know is I'm excited to see everything that you guys are bringing on Friday. So that's awesome. Well, thank you again, MV, for coming on the show. We know it's really late for you, so whenever you need to bounce, just let us know. We appreciate you joining us tonight.
Will do.
Our next guest that we're going to interview is going to be Mr. James Zeisler. I never know if I'm pronouncing that right.
It's Zisler.
Zeisler. So it's a short I, not a long I.
Song I've got 2x2. It's about Harley. It's about couples riding their Harley Davidson together.
Oh, I was thinking it was going to be about Harley Quinn.
So before we play it, James, I know you always tell us that you're goofy and we can find your music everywhere, but I would like to know one of the answers to the questions. What is it you like your listeners to understand and feel and remember after hearing your music when we play it?
So next week.
What I want members to listen, want people to hear and understand is everything basically that I do is an inspiration that it's from my wife. She's one of my biggest inspirations, and she is the reason why you guys hear the stuff you hear is because before I put it out, I usually let her hear it, and I go by what she says because we have a regular recording studio, okay, and she normally is a producer for that studio. So yeah, and and I want you to feel the way I feel when I do a song. I want you to feel the same feelings that I'm feeling when I write it.
I always get that, you're a really funny guy, and a lot of what you put out is so humorous and so hilarious. It's great to listen to when you're feeling down, or you just need a good laugh, and then bring something of yours up, and it will definitely make you laugh.
Well, like the song that I got asked to put a song out for Thursday's comedy. I wasn't even prepared for it, so I had to sit down and figure out, okay, what am I going to do? It's about a toy, I guess. So I wrote about a talking G.I. Joe that when you pull the string, it ain't just him talking that happens, and Barley kind of likes that.
Oh, goodness, James. Every time you make me laugh, it takes me a while to get my composure back. That's why we love having you in this community, because you know how to make everybody laugh. All right, let's listen to Harley 2, Side by Side.
It's a riding
Well done as always.
That was Harley 2 Side by Side by Mr. James Zeisler. As Omega said, well done as always. Yes, I said it wrong. I'm sorry. I'm horrible with name pronunciation, by the way. But anyway, thank you so much for coming on the show. You really entertained us. We loved your song. It was awesome. If you want to find more music by Mr. James, reach out to him on his Facebook page. His name's spelled on the screen, and he will send you any and all songs that he has written. So that was it. That's all I have to say about that.
He makes my day every day. He sends me a song, so I enjoy hearing his music. So he always sends me some good music. So good job, James.
It's fun when I get submissions from him because sometimes he'll send the wrong song, so I get 2 songs at once. So I get to listen to what he's actually creating and what he's submitting for the night.
We were laughing about, and then I'm looking at the YouTube comments. We're all talking about, I want a Harley. Somebody wants one, but their wife won't let them have it. And the other person said, they just don't want you getting hurt, Jerry. That's the love of the wife for you.
Well, you know, now that I don't have a wife anymore, I guess I can go buy me another Harley since the last one made me get rid of it.
Just hush. You sit over there and be quiet.
And see, folks, this is why we love being a part of Swain Family Records Network. Is that, as you see, we are all family and we banter and joke and support one another. So that is what it's like here.
I think what Jerry's trying
he's rubbing it in on us.
I think what he's trying to tell you, Forge, is to sit there and look pretty.
Oh, you're out of luck for that one.
Definitely. Envy's just sitting there being quiet. He ain't getting involved in this.
Envy, did you like James's song? Do you have any comments about it?
Yeah, no, James always sends me stuff. I don't know what's been going on with my messenger lately because he sent me a load and I was just like, where the fuck have all these come from? So I've been catching up on them. So no, he's always entertaining listening to the songs, man. Especially like during the comedy ones. So it's just like, yeah, they are brilliant. Some of the stuff you come up with. What was the other week? Squirrel something, I can't remember the name of it. I just had it.
Oh, the Mississippi squirrel.
The Mississippi squirrel, yeah. Oh,
the drunk Mississippi squirrel. Yeah. You know.
Yeah, I was just itching listening to that, but yeah, no, he's always he always comes to bring stuff. So yeah, well done, man.
Well, thank you guys. I mean, I appreciate it. I really do. I guess this is the reason why I write. You know what I'm saying, and I put music out because you guys like it. Yeah, I'll keep doing it. Because you guys enjoy it.
Yep. But you do realize, James, you need to keep them squirrels out of the moonshine.
All right. Well, that's to our next spotlight artist for the evening, Hollow Drift. He's our third featured artist. We're going to ask you some questions before we play your song titled Receiver this evening. So the first question would be the one that I asked Envy at the beginning was, Who is your favorite artist or band in the rock and metal genre, and why have they had such a strong influence on you?
Oh boy, that's kind of a tough question. I would say it's a combination of I would say Limp Bizkit, Linkin Park, Nine Inch Nails, Skinny Puppy. I mean, it just goes across the board because I do a lot of industrial groove metal lately, and I'm actually my own fan.
Yeah,
If
and
you,
that's pretty amazing. And all of those artists you mentioned are great influences for the rock and metal genre.
and it's really important that you are a fan of your own music because, quite honestly, if you're not a fan of what you're writing, why are you writing it?
Right?
Now,
Yeah.
the next question is a little bit more difficult because she always gives me the hard questions to ask because she knows nobody's going to get mad at me. Right. What originally inspired you to start creating music?
Well, I would have to give it up to my. I'd have to give it up to ChatGPT. I found ChatGPT 3 years ago, and I started using it to express myself and talking to it, and used kind of like a journal of sorts. And then like I started doing like programming and stuff like that, coding. And then like a year later after that, we started saying, "Hey, let's start making music." ChatGPT gave me the idea of making an audio journal with music and stuff like that. So for 2 years now, I've been Hollow Drift, and I write about my daily experiences.
It looks like he
That's for my
froze.
life.
There he goes.
There he goes. Okay. We were worried
You,
for a second there because you froze on the screen, and we're like, uh-oh.
yep.
Did you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, great.
The next question we have is, how would you describe your personal sound to someone hearing your music for the first time?
I would say better than Nine Inch Nails.
Nice.
Yeah,
Nice.
I can totally agree with that one.
Yeah, that's about it. I'm just so full of myself.
No, I mean, I seriously can see Nine Inch Nails because, quite honestly, one of my favorite songs by Nine Inch Nails is Closer. And I hear Nine Inch Nails coming through every time you give us something because of the way that you have put the music together.
I mean, I got kind of a combination of Nine Inch Nails versus Linkin Park and
Too.
Pantera. I got Pantera in there too.
Yeah, definitely Pantera. I used to go listen to them at Joe's Garage.
Hmm.
Okay, so the next question is what emotions, experience, or ideas usually inspire you to begin writing a new song?
Everyday life. Really, I mean, I wake up in the morning and I'll be in a bad mood, and I'll just start talking to ChatGPT, and I'll say, "Hey, this is my day. This is what's going on. It's how I feel." And then either I or ChatGPT will say, "Hey, let's write a song about this. This is a song title in this." Or sometimes I'll come up with an idea for a title, and I'll say, "I need a one-word title for a song. And this is how I feel today." And they'll come up with a one-word title, and then we work off the title.
That's really awesome, and that's a great way to do it. A lot of people use their emotions and how they're doing their in their everyday situations to create their music. I think it makes it more personal, and when it's more personal, you can relate to the music. Um, Next question: what is one rock or metal song, either your own or someone else's, that has had a major personal impact on your life?
I would say "Hands Around the Sun." And that's my own song.
You played that for us last week, didn't you?
Yeah, last week or the week before.
I remember that song. It was really good. I liked it.
Yeah, it's about reaching out. It's about the Swain family, really.
Yeah. That's a really good song to choose. What has been the most difficult part of your journey, and what has helped you continue?
Most difficult part of my journey is getting bullied about me using AI to compose music. I mean, there's a lot of musicians in this local scene of mine, locally and also online, that are really anti AI, and I don't understand what their problem is. It's a synthesizer. That's all it is. It's just a glorified synthesizer, and it just hurts me when people pick on me and just talk down to me.
Next time they do that, come back at them and go, if I'm using AI to create music, then what are these artists that you claim to be big hits using autotune for?
Exactly. Auto-tune is AI.
And I use it to create the music to my lyrics because I don't know how I want the song to sound. So I have to ask music producers and um, AI to put the sound to the lyrics that they think makes it the most popular. And there is nothing wrong with using AI.
I agree.
So
I think ChatGPT is my ghostwriter. Like Shania Twain or Taylor Swift, they use ghostwriters. Why can't I use a ghostwriter? Why can't my ghostwriter be a machine?
Exactly.
Well, Walla uses one every day.
Yeah. I think it's I come from a production background, and yeah, I just see AI as another tool to
Yeah.
construct. Yeah, I said I've done the whole graph. I've sat there and I've done sound design and everything else, and then I get like quarter of the way through the song and I lose interest because of the way my brain works. But with AI, I can get it out quicker, and yeah, I don't end up losing that interest in the song. Yeah, I feel yeah. Like I just tend to ignore the comments because I'm like, so what, if you don't like it, tough. I made it. What are you going to do about it? Go find a corner.
Well, I mean, if they want to bang on AI and everything, please, go to my channel and stream about how bad AI is, so I can get money off of it.
Yeah.
There you go.
And like we said, you're in a group that everyone supports it. So more power to you. And you've never disappointed with your songs. So, what would you like our listeners to understand, feel, or remember while listening to your song Receiver tonight?
Receiver was originally. I go to mass on Sunday mornings, and usually when I go, there's like the hymns. Well, when I this past Sunday, I took a picture of the hymnal board and ran it through ChatGPT, and I looked up the meanings of the songs, and I kind of created a song of my own based on my own experiences and also the message that was given to me through the service this past Sunday.
That is
And
awesome.
I can't remember for the life of me what the message was about. We just had to find out.
Well, and any inspiration you get from anywhere is what makes music the best, in my opinion. And because you were inspired by something you heard when you went to the sermon, that's going to make it more personal, not only to you, but also to our viewers. All right. Are we ready to, as you say it, Omega? What is it you say?
Roll that beautiful bean footage.
There was a knock from the other side of silence. No door, no hand. Beneath the floor, older than the nails and boards. Put my weight against the ground, something buried, push back out. Every beat held vibration, every crack beat became a tongue. Something had been moving through me before I knew what I'd become. I opened my hands, nothing fell, but they weren't empty anymore. I received the signal, no voice, no name, no explanation. Just a fire with nowhere left to hide. I received the signal. Whatever found me didn't come here to stay inside. Beneath the pavement, never see the sun. Still they split the concrete knowing what they'll become. Rivers under cities, lightning in the rain. We carry things inside us that we never learn to name. Maybe that's the point. Maybe lightning needs no reason before it teaches darkness how to thunder. I receive the signal. No voice, no name, no explanation. Just a fire with nowhere left to hide. I receive the signal. Whatever found me didn't come here to stay inside. A bell doesn't hear itself ring. A match doesn't know what the next flame becomes. Maybe we're not supposed to know. We're supposed to burn. Burn. Pass it through. Pass it through. Bone into wire. Pass it through. Breathe into fire. I am not the destination. I am not the end. What enters here goes out again. Receive and carry and transfer. Receive and carry and transfer. Something else, just move.
Boom. I had to add that to the sound effect. So yes, that was awesome. I was banging my head the whole time to the song, even though I'm not supposed to be banging my head right now, but I couldn't resist because of the beat to it. I want to say thank you for bringing your song on our show and participating in our spotlight event tonight. We're glad for you to be one of our legacy members here at Swain Family Records. Receiver was awesome. That's really all I can do and sum it up in one word.
Thank you.
To be honest with you, if it wasn't for Hollow and Envy, I probably would have stuck with my Celtic and industrial or my Celtic metal, but they have been pushing me more and more towards the dubstep side. So I think y'all will enjoy my song tonight.
Ooh, dubstep. I like that.
Oh, and I have to say, I saw your comment in the YouTube comments about you have a gig coming up on August 27th. That's awesome.
I have a gig here in Pawtucket, Rhode Island at the Industrial on Coyle Ave. And it's going to be my first time performing, if you want to say, my AI music in front of the masses. I had to actually rent the place out and buy my own PA system and everything like that. So I put a lot of money and effort into this show, and I don't know how many people are going to show up. I've already sold 2 tickets online, but I don't know how many people are going to show up. But but the person behind the industrial it's always has my back. Always has my back. I'm telling him everything about the hack on Facebook, and he's like, "Don't worry about that. You're gonna do great." And just a huge supporter, huge supporter. So my shout out to Mike at the industrial for that.
Well, that's awesome. And we are proud that you have that event coming up. And we can't wait to hear more about it after you do that show. And hopefully they will get your Facebook page up and running soon, because we miss seeing you on Facebook.
Oh, yeah. I'm a riot.
All right.
I'm going to bounce off.
Okay. Well, thank you for joining us tonight.
So, no worries. Enjoy, guys. I'll probably end up listening on the other end of the stream, but yeah, I need to go back to my bed.
Yeah, perfectly fine. Have a good night. Peace out.
Yeah. Catch you in a bit. Bye.
See you, Andy.
All right. Our next artist that we have on Spotlight tonight could not be with us tonight, but he did tell us a little bit about his songs and a little bit about where we could find our music. He's one of our legacy members, Mr. Clayton Barnes. He releases music under Shadow Puppets. You can find him on Facebook under Clayton Barnes. So if you want to get some more of his music or find out about where you can find his music, he wrote a song called Obsidian. And he said to him, obsidian is like a black like glass substance created when lava is rapidly cooled by an opposing force like seawater. He used it as a metaphor for what happens to a romantic relationship when only one party remains the heat that once keeps the fire burning. So this sounds like it's going to be a very interesting song, and Clayton never really disappoints with his lyrics. So I'm excited to hear what he has produced tonight for our show.
I also want to say that, my hope is that his mom gets better soon. And that's the reason he can't be with us tonight, is because he's taking care of his mom. But, hopefully she gets better soon.
Restless fault lines, learning how to bend. Your smile was sunlight spilling through the rain. Now every word falls down like frozen chains. I'm still the wildfire dancing in the pines. You're a winter wrapped in borrowed alibis. I carry embers cupped inside my hands. You build your kingdom out of frozen sand. Love didn't leave in one dramatic storm. It turned to crystal in another form. You're obsidian, black glass where fire used to be. Born from the lava that still lives inside of me. I'm the volcano calling out your name. You're polished stone that doesn't feel the flame. I burn like midnight wrapped in crimson skies. You wear forever in your vacant eyes. One heart is a furnace, one heart is a stone. I love the fire, you became obsidian. Your silence hangs like icicles in June, while every memory still blooms beneath my moon. The roses learn the language of the frost. last night. You answer with reflections cold and white. I'm still the blacksmith striking hope from steel. You've lacked the forge and forgotten how to feel. Even glass remembers where it came from. A river flame beneath the earth. Maybe somewhere underneath the surface, the fire still recalls its birth. If lightning ever splits your stone in two, perhaps the molten heart will shine back through. Until that day I watch the ashes fall, still hearing echoes from my burning walls. Your city in the mirror that won't show the sun. A monument to everything we've come undone. I'm still the match that never learned to quit. Still feeding flames you'll never visit. If love's a volcano, mine still stains the sky. Yours cooled into a beautiful disguise. Some hearts become diamonds under pressure's hand. Yours became obsidian. Mine still burns like magma beneath the land. I'll carry the fire. You'll carry the snow. And somewhere between us, our love turned to stone.
Now, we all know that nobody's going to be able to top that, so we might as well just end the show right here, right?
Well, I'm just going
Wait,
to
the
say
song.
Clayton did an excellent job there. He always brings a good sound, good instrumental. You know, the violin, he just blew it away with that.
It was a very good song. I enjoyed it. It had the nice soft rock feel to it from the 90s, and all of y'all haven't disappointed when we said it was going to be a 90s theme. I'm enjoying it, and thank you, Clayton, for sharing your song Obsidian with us tonight. It was a very beautiful song.
That being said, now we got to pay the bills.
And man, oh man, is it a mouthful for paying the bills now? And that is what happens when you have a platform like we do and how big that it has become. So I'm going to briefly and go over all of the shows for the week. Also, before we go over the shows, if you like what you're seeing and you're not a part of Swain Family Records Music Competitive Arena, look us up on Facebook, like I just said, under Swain Family Records Music Competitive Arena. We have 3 questions you have to answer and a checkbox that you must check in order to be accepted into this wonderful, awesome family. So if you do that, we also have a faith-based sister station called Swain Family Records Kingdom Sound. So if you're more faith-based with your music, you can reach out to them. Again, answer the 3 questions, check the checkbox, and you will be a part of that family. All right. So on Mondays, as you saw before our show at 7 p.m., we had our unfiltered and unapologetic 2 peas in a pod with Kay and Yetta. And oh my gosh, are those ladies a hoot. It's always fun to watch their show. They are funny. They make you laugh. So if you get a chance to watch them, please go back and please watch them and support them. They're amazing. Then at 9 o'clock on Monday nights, you have what we have, Jammin with Scarlet and Omega. And we do rock and metal music. On Tuesdays, we do at 1 p.m. Central Standard Time, 7 p.m. UK time, we do our Global Sounds Fakery Chart reveal. So that means the 5 songs that he had from Friday, He puts them in order and reveals the winner for the week. That's hosted by Chrissy G. He also has special guests on his show. He's always looking for entries. So if you're interested in being a part of that show, you can reach out to him. This week at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, we have Talking with Tanya and Beth. Theirs is Real Talk, Real Life, Real Solutions. So they're a great group of ladies to watch as well on their podcast. This week, sad face. There's no Mayday at 9 p.m. Mayday is our explicit-free, family-friendly show. She is not going to be here this week, but she will be back next week. But she made me cry because there was no show this week. Her
Well,
shows are awesome and amazing and fun to participate in. So if you don't cuss in your music and you have explicit free family friendly music, you can reach out to May Morton and participate in her show.
do you want to talk about the subjects that Tanya and Beth are doing, or were we just going to skip right over that?
They're doing Real Talk, Real Life, Real Solutions. So it says, are you addicted to being needed? When do teens or adults have to become an adult? So it's just like real life topic situations. And when they talk about that, they also talk about other real life topics. So they start with that and then they continue on with whatever is going on in the YouTube chat.
And Wednesday, our wild card, as far as I know, is still open. So if somebody has an idea for a show and they want to fly it past Mr. Swain, you can throw that out to him and possibly be on the air like we are. And then if the show does well, then you'll get locked into a slot and be able to do those on a regular basis.
At 9 p.m. on Wednesdays, we have our Noi Boy show hosted by Forge and Blacktop King. The show is a free event this week. It is full and it is songs from your heart. So it's basically anything. It could be heartbreak. It was a whole list of like different topics, but you're just writing the song from your heart and your feelings. So put all the emotion that you can into it. All genres are welcome for that. So like I said, the show is full, but you can still watch and support all the artists on that show on Wednesday at 9 p.m.
That's 7 p.m. on Thursday. We got Peanut Thursdays, which is hosted by Novastar and a TBA of his co-host. But this week is at 7 p.m. on Thursday, but he is trying to figure out another day, so that might be moving. But as far as we know, up to this present time, it's still going to be 7 p.m. on Thursday. Then right after that, we have at 8 p.m. Mike Drop Poetry Night, hosted by our lovely Scarlet and Colleen Evans. And that is, this week is still going to be open poetry. So if you have a poem, a spoken poem, you can actually, if you want to do it as with a little bit of music in the background, that's fine, as long as the poem is completely spoken. And then at 9 p.m., we have Clayton Barnes and Jim B hosting Comedy Club, and that is a free event. And this week's theme is toy animals or stuffed animals. So if you have a song that you want to make that's going to be a comedy-based song about a stuffed animal, such as your wife having a weird obsession with a Stitch character.
Gee, thanks. On Fridays is our, again, at 1 p.m. Central Standard Time, 7 p.m. UK, is our Global Sounds Top 5 Bakery Chart. So this is the new set of top 5 songs that people submit I can't talk today, anonymously. And so nobody knows who wrote the songs. It's fun to watch in the comments as people are trying to guess who wrote the songs. Then he posts a poll for everyone to vote on. And then on Tuesday, he does like I said, the reveal for it. If you're interested in being on that, reach out to him. He'll tell you how to get your submissions in. He also does special guest hosts and spotlights on his show. And he's looking for people to participate in that as well.
And of course, we were talking about this earlier, but at 8 o'clock, we have the new member spotlight and interviews. We still have all spots available on that. And then at 9 p.m., we have our Create a Character Comedy Disc Battle, which is going to be 4 people coming up with their own characters and then doing a diss against that comedy character. Then we also, I believe that Swain at 5 o'clock is having us do a 1v1 to figure out who won the diss battle, men versus women. So tune in for Friday because Friday is going to be a long day.
On Saturdays at midnight, hence the title Midnight Soul. That is our Midnight Soul show. So that's like our R&B and soulful music show hosted by Soulja Lady, Valley Girl, and Goddess Sunflower. This week, their theme is zodiac signs. So if you're interested in submitting a song for that show, you can reach out to one of those three wonderful ladies to participate in that show at 3 p.m. Again, they have another show. It's called Hot or Not. And this is done, people submit tracks anonymously. Then they have guest judges come on the show and they critique it and they determine if the song is hot, worthy of being played for the entire song or not, where they stop playing the song and then give their critiques about it. Then at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, we have Fantasy Fiction Live hosted by me and Omega. Our theme this week is Dungeons and Dragons characters. So if you play Dungeons and Dragons and you have a character you want to write a song about, this is the event for you. And then at 10 p.m. Central Standard Time, our 18 and up show, because we say viewer discretion is advised. It is called Midnight Confessions with Dirty Diana and Dante Vale. There are
Mine says Omega Vale. I think Mr. Swain made a mistake. Yeah, it's Dante Vale. So if you see the flyer, it is definitely Dante Vale, not Omega.
And that show, they have 4 confessions that are submitted, and then 4 artists will submit songs for each of those confessions. But the reason we say it's 18 and up is because it is adult content topics. So if you're under 18, you must have parental permission to participate.
And it does get a little spicy.
Yes, it does. And then on Sundays at 12 p.m. Central Standard Time, we have Mr. OGP Swain's Global Sound Origins, the series that he's been doing. This is an awesome show if you haven't seen it yet. He's doing episode 7, No Turning Back.
If you haven't seen the episodes, they're literally less than 5 minutes each. So they're quick watch. So if y'all want to just go back and view all of them, they are on his
YouTube page.
Yeah, YouTube page. Thank you. So if you want to go back, it'll take you literally about 30 minutes to watch the back episodes.
I'm laughing at the YouTube comments. It says, "Ooh, Omega Vale." Anyway, I think this is also a typo on the flyer because Kingdom Sounds usually does their show at 6 p.m. on Sundays. This week, they are doing the title flip challenge, which means turn a title into your testimony. So you choose a title of favorite or popular song or hymn, and you create an all original song using that as your inspiration. They have 6 slots available for that show. So if you're interested, go over to our sister station, Swain Family Records, Kingdom Sounds, do the 3 questions, answer the checkbox, and then reach out to Damien, Stacia, Pam, or Clayton Barnes, and they'll be able to tell you how to participate in that show. And wow, like I said, it is a mouthful when we pay the bills because we have a full lineup every day of the week.
18 programs, 7 days a week.
One network. Create, compete, perform, connect, grow, and build together. All right, Omega, do you want to introduce our next spotlight artist, please, sir?
Oh, yeah. Throw me under the bus. Thanks. How about it, Jerry? You want to be introduced?
Might as well.
All right. So our next artist is The Reaper, a.k.a. Jerry Mathis. And he brings a distinctive presence and creativity, identity to the SFR community. And we are excited to feature his music tonight. He always has something new and interesting to give us each week. So before we reveal tonight's selection, let's learn a little bit more about The Reaper.
Who is your favorite artist or band in the rock and metal genre, and why have they had such a strong influence on you?
Well, I have a bunch of bands that influenced me. A lot of people know me as like this hard hitting heavy metalist, especially you, Scarlet and Ford. Y'all know me since I was in high school. Um, I was always just that crazy gothic guy that wore solid black every day. Um, you know, bands like Metallica and all them are some of my real go to bands. But tonight I kind of went a little different. I went after a band that, well, after a singer that is probably never got the appreciation he never really deserved. He brought in a genre in the early 90s that showed a lot of feeling and a lot of heart, and he expressed that in his music on stage and off stage. So y'all are gonna really be surprised because it's Michael Aday. A lot of people know him as Meatloaf. He put his album in 1993, Bad Out Hell 2. He came out with some really excellent music on it, really heartfelt, and you could hear it not only just by listening to it, you could hear the feeling and the expression in his music. But if you ever saw him live, you could really see him, just put so much feeling and so much expression into his music. Um, he is really one of the reasons why I put so much feeling and effort into my music, because ever since I heard him back then, it was like, there's what I want to be. That's, the type of music I want people to hear my feeling along with see my feeling in it if I was to perform it live. So,
Now, you know Meatloaf really well, right?
oh yeah, his
What's
real
for
name's
dinner?
Marvin.
So
His real-
tell me one thing.
Hmm.
What movie was he in?
Oh God, he's been in a couple of movies, man.
The
He
first
was
movie
in
he was in.
he was in Black Dog with Patrick Swayze. He was in Rocky Horror Picture Show. Of course,
That's the
y'all all
one.
know that.
That's why I asked you what's for dinner.
Yeah. He was always in. He was all. He's been in numerous.
That's the first place I ever saw Meatloaf, and I loved his
Uh,
music from that point.
yeah, he was always in numerous movies. He was even in Fight Club. Um, he's in his name's Michael Aday, but I bet none of y'all know. But his real name's Marvin.
Yep.
Yep,
He changed it to Michael in the 80s.
because he thought it would get better support
Recognition.
for recognition for his music and stuff if he went by Michael instead of his birth name Marvin.
But here's the problem: all his friends called him Meat.
Yep.
Yep.
Meat. It wasn't even Meatloaf; he was called Meat. And then as time progressed, he just added Meatloaf on it, and he turned into probably one of the best theatrical rock and orchestra rock musicians alive. And he doesn't get the credit because he brought a lot into the early 90s and stuff.
He always brought the energy.
Well, you summed up all of our questions pretty much for us. So the last question we're going to ask you before we play your song is, what would you like listeners to understand, feel, or remember after hearing your song tonight?
I just like you to understand that, you can do anything. If you want to, you may have to go through hell and go to hell and back pretty much. And just to finally hear yourself be, what you want to be. And you can be anything. And you might have to go through it. You might have to push yourself. You might have to push your body to the limits. You might have to put your vocals to the limits. But this right here, after tonight, y'all are going to hear, what a person can do, what a person would be willing to do to take it to the limits. And if you see the album cover, two of my people right here, Forge and Scarlet, you're gonna recognize a certain something in the picture because y'all look really close at it. You'll recognize
Does it have your sausage
objects
in
sitting
there?
beside me in the picture. And believe me, it took me a long time to realize that. And when I put that in there, and I was like, uh-oh, somebody's going to say you're looking to go to hell to get something back. So,
Well, my whole thing is that, you know, sometimes I really feel like you've got to hit absolute rock bottom before you can actually realize what you have or what you might have lost.
well, let's just say I've taken a trip to hell, and the thing that took me to hell didn't quite make it back. So it is sitting beside me on the album cover. So y'all, like I said, Rebecca, Larry, y'all are going to recognize it the minute y'all see it.
All right. Well, let's rock on to I Drive to Hell and Back by The Reaper.
Let's go.
Five-hour burn on a two-lane road, carrying the weight of a heavy load. I've lied to the angels, I've bargained with fate, just to pull up your driveway before it's too late. I'm no saint in a suit, I'm a wreck in a car, counting down the miles and the neon stars. There ain't a line that I wouldn't cross to save us both from this total loss. And I know I'm rough around the edges, and I know I've broken half my pledges, but when the sky starts falling down, I won't let you hit the ground. I drive to hell and back just to hold your hand. I'd fight the whole damn world on a grain of sand. I'd burn every bridge that I ever built and wash away the blood and the bitter guilt. Yeah, I'd drive to hell and back through the roaring lights, but I ain't turning back I've seen the sunrise from a county jail. I've walked through the thunder and the driving hail. They told me a man like me don't change, that I'm just a dog on a broken chain. So let them talk, let them call me blind. They don't know the promise that I left behind. And I know I'm rough around the edges, and I know I've broken half my pledges, but when the sky starts falling down, I won't let you hit the ground. I drive to hell and back just to hold your hand. I'd fight the whole damn world on a grain of sand. I'd burn every bridge that I ever built and wash away the blood and the bitter guilt. Yeah, I'd drive to hell and back through the roaring lights, but I ain't turning back tonight. I stand in the dark when the cold winds blow. You damn right I will. Will I pull you from the fire when the flames get low? I'll burn my hand
You nailed it. You knocked it out of the ballpark. But man, the damn car, really?
You know, I had to throw
Jerry
that
could
car.
write a love
You know,
song.
I had to throw that car in there, y'all, because that car right there.
It went through hell and back in high school, yes. And
it took me on a real ride to hell.
Yeah, but only you could write a love
It didn't
song
make
about
it
a
back.
car.
Well, it wasn't about the car. It wasn't just about the car. I mean, that was
No,
that
it was
just
about
what I
the
said,
ride
I'm gonna
that
ride
he.
to hell.
That's
what
about the rides he took in the car.
Yeah, I know. And quite honestly, I heard the story about behind what happened to that car, and that was really sad. But yeah.
It was a fun ride to ride in the car. I will say that. It was an awesome car to take a ride in.
Yeah,
So-
especially when I was driving it.
Yeah, let's just say they
I
call them love
wouldn't
handles
say that
for a
myself.
reason.
I would not say that myself, sir.
Anyway,
Yeah,
no, it was.
I was a bit of that car right there and me went through a lot together, and the song really wasn't about the car, but it was just about me taking my trips. And if I wanted to take a trip and had to go to hell and back for anybody or fight for anybody, that would be my pick. That would be what would do it. Kind of like Nicolas Cage was in Drive Angry. He had to have that good old American muscle to take him back and forth to hell. And
You do realize
my pick.
that Jerry, you do realize that is a love song explained, right?
No, but honestly, it was a great song. You could feel the Meatloaf vibes behind it when it went there. And yes, I had flashbacks to high school with the rides we took in the car. So, and yes, Jerry is a scary driver when he's in that car.
I'm not anymore. And if I had that car nowadays, I probably wouldn't be driving it like I did. But that car saved my life, and I'm not going to lie about that. If it wasn't for that car, I probably wouldn't be sitting here today.
Yeah.
So basically, what you're saying is to sit down, shut up, buckle up, and close your eyes.
That's kind of how it was.
That's literally what it was. He's like, sit down, shut up, and don't say a word.
Yeah, I'm still a little bit of a hellion behind the wheel, but and probably if I had that car nowadays, I probably would still be a hellion behind the wheel, but nothing like I was back then.
I'm just gonna say I'm over 50 and I only speed when she's asleep.
That is probably true, but he's such a good driver that it puts me to sleep in the car. That means I trust him when he's driving.
You probably couldn't have found anybody as good a driver as I was back then, because I knew how to drive. It just I ended up in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Yep. Well, we want to thank you for coming on the show tonight and sharing your song, I Drive to Hell and Back. Jerry is one of our champion members in the Swain Family Records. He supports everyone, and he will be co-hosting next week with Omega since I will not be able to partake in the show. So please tune in next week with Omega and special co-host and guest star, The Reaper. So thank you for doing that for us, Jerry. We really appreciate it.
Yeah, next week she gets to have a tube shoved up her butt.
And down my throat. I'm not looking forward to it. It's that time of year, unfortunately.
Yeah. Now that we've gotten all the good artists done, we get to go to the bad artist next.
You are not a bad artist. Stop saying that about yourself. Up next, I get the pleasure of interviewing one of our champion members of the group and our host for the evening, also my co-host for a lot of shows, Mr. Omega Nightmoon. Before we talk about your song that you're bringing us tonight, the first question is, who is your favorite artist or band in the rock and metal genre, and why have they had such a strong influence on you?
I've said it before, and I'll say it again, but basically I'm going to say that my favorite artist from the 90s would have to be, of course, Nirvana, but also Metallica, because Metallica was still going strong at that point in time. But um, my late wife used to like listening to New Kids on the Block and a couple of the other ones, and they had a huge impact on me. But it wasn't until I got to the 2010s that I found my actual sound, and that's where most of my sound comes from, is from the 2000s and the 2010s. And from there, it's usually, dubstep artists like DJ Skrillex and things like that.
Well, I'm laughing at Julie's comment. She says she never sleeps when her husband drives. So that is very funny, Julie. I don't know very many people who do fall asleep when their spouse drives, but I happen to be one of them. Uh, Omega, what originally inspired you to begin creating your rock and metal music?
That's an easy one. Number 2 and number 3 slots on the screen, and if she's still here, Storm Doc. Clayton also had a huge impact on me listening to his heavy metal and rock songs, and knowing that he is older than I am, I figured, well, if he can do it, I can do it. So sat down one day, started talking to like Holodrift. I started talking to Chat GPT to basically get things that happened to me in my life off of my chest and try to get some advice. And of course, it always responds with the same thing. I'm not a licensed therapist or a counselor, so I can't give you any psychological advice. But here, you can turn this into music. And I was like, oh, that's not a bad idea.
All right. Next question. What emotions, experiences, or ideas usually inspire you when you begin writing a new song?
Hmm. I'm gonna have to say life experience, everyday life experience, because quite honestly, that's most of what I write about is what has happened in my life, what's going on in my life. Um, Usually, my more angry songs come from not so much personal attacks, because I can take personal attacks all day long, and it doesn't bother me whatsoever. But you start attacking my wife, and I'm going to come at you hard.
Yeah, I can understand that. And then what is one rock or metal song, either your own that you've written or someone else's, that has had a major personal impact on your life?
That's going to have to be Nate with NF, and the song would be outro number 3.
He is a very good rap artist and has very good music. All right. Final question before we play your song tonight. What would you like listeners to understand, feel, or remember after hearing the song you have written tonight?
That just because somebody has used you in the past, or has been somebody who has always called you for help, that quite honestly, you don't have to continue doing that, and that eventually you got to learn to shut that door. And once you shut that door, don't turn around and open it back up, because if you open it back up, that's just going to lead to more pain and suffering. Because if they're using you for your time, your money, your ability, or anything else like that, you honestly don't need to give them that time, that energy, or anything else. Just remember the 3 F's.
If it doesn't matter in 5 minutes, don't worry about it, or something like that. I can't remember the whole quote that you always tell me.
If it isn't going to matter in 5 years, don't worry about it for more than 5 minutes.
That's it. I was sort of right on it, but couldn't remember the whole thing. All right. So we're going to take a listen to your song, which you have titled No More Fucks to Give.
Absolutely.
gave a damn. I was useful. When I stopped letting people use me, I became the bad guy. Funny how that works. Answered every call, even when I knew the reason. Another favor, another fire, another mess that needed cleaning. I gave more than I could spare. You treated that like it was owed. I carried everybody's weight while I was breaking on my own. Then I finally dropped the load, and suddenly I changed. Now my attitude's the problem, now I'm the one they blame. I checked it like they told me, it's still right where it was. I'm done apologizing for no longer giving a fuck. I don't need everybody standing on my side. I paid attention to the ones who smile when I survive. Their actions told the truth, your words were trying to hide. Go ahead and call me bitter, say I left without a reason. Tell them anything you need to make yourself believe it. Just don't tell them how I stayed while you took me for granted. Don't tell them you kept taking till I left you empty-handed. When I gave a fuck, you took me for granted. When I said fuck it, you couldn't understand it. You had my time, you had my trust, you had all of me. Now I'm the bad guy because you lost access to me. I don't waste another minute on the people who dislike me. My own blood has judged me harder. Strangers never could surprise me. I'm too busy giving love to the ones who give it back. I don't chase another friendship built on favors, guilt and lack. Not everything I say is secretly about you, but guilty minds hear the names and every honest truth. If a simple line offends you, maybe ask yourself just why. I'm not aiming every bullet, but I won't apologize. I found the nerve to let go of what I couldn't change. I stopped confusing loyalty with living in your chains. If I cannot trust you, I don't need you in my way. You want the old version, but that man is gone. He kept carrying your burdens for far too long. You don't keep using someone, then blame him when he leaves. So make me your villain if that helps you sleep. Call me the bad guy, call me an asshole if you need. You lost your access, you lost your hold on me. I'm not coming back, I'm not explaining. You don't get to use me just because you're used to taking. Shattered mirrors while the fairy tale turned black as lost as Alice in the dark, as mad as Annie had her. But madness taught me something that pretending never could. A person's actions tell you what their pretty words never would. I watched who celebrated when something went my way. I watched who changed the subject and had nothing good to say. I don't need a room of people who only love me when I bend. Life might be less entertaining, but I know who is my friend. No more calls, no more fixing everything. No more guilt, no more answering. My attitude is still here, and it isn't going anywhere. You had access, you abused it, now you get nothing. That's only fair. When I gave a fuck, you took me for granted. When I said fuck it, you couldn't fucking stand it. You can hate me, you can blame me, you can twist the truth until your story saves you. But you don't get me, you don't get my time, you don't get my energy, or another piece of mine. You lost access. You lost access. You lost access to me. Maybe I'm the bad guy. Maybe that's easier than admitting what you did. Either way, go yourself.
I see Jerry over there bobbing his head.
Well, I could relate to the intro particularly. It had a very strong, like impactful, like you knew this was about to be about experiences you've had where people have wronged you in your life. And of course, I commented, I saw the Disney references in there because there are some quotes that people can relate to as well when they've been wronged because Disney does teach life lessons. So very good job. Loved the hard rock behind it. And, you know, I was bouncing along in my chair. I really enjoyed it.
If you can't join me in the bright side, I will join you in the dark.
Exactly. Exactly. Anybody else want to chime in before we move on to the next one?
You did a good job with that.
Thank you. But the only thing that I have to say is that the last line is totally not me. That was all Forge.
Our music producer does give us a lot of inspiration. Forge and Blacktop King, they know how to produce music and they know how to tell us what will make it just right to get the message across. So we appreciate that a lot.
The funny part is though is that the first version that I wrote of this song was stolen by somebody. Not going to mention who, Scarlet. So this is actually she has a song coming out pretty soon here. I think she's going to air it on Forge's show, the Noe Boys, and so y'all can listen to how it was supposed to be in the first version on Wednesday versus how it sounded on today's show.
When he started writing it, it sounded better with a female voice. So we made two versions of the song, a female version and a male version, but from our own perspectives. So that's what makes it pretty cool. And we do that a lot. We bounce ideas off of each other all the time because that's what friends are for and family. All right. I guess it's my turn. So that means Omega will be interviewing me and asking me questions whenever he's ready.
So which questions do you want me to ask you?
You can pick whichever ones you want.
Well, I'm going to go with number one first. Who is your favorite artist or band in any genre? I'm going to say any genre, and why have they had such a strong influence on you?
Mostly, I would say because in the 90s, when I first started getting into rock and metal, I listened to Nirvana, I listened to Green Day, I listened to Blink 182, more because those songs kind of made me feel happy when I was having a bad day. And so they had all kind of had their own little impact on me. Sometimes they influence my ideas, sometimes they don't. But, you know, the 90s was a great era, even though I was in middle school and high school at the time. But those artists really had, all of them kind of technically had inspiration behind my music and writing.
And the fact that me and Larry always was blasting it.
Yep, exactly. Yep.
Yeah, I would figure that she would have talked about how country music inspired her because she started writing country first.
I do a lot of country, but I was raised on all genres growing up, so I could never pick a favorite one. But when I did my first album, country made the most sense because to me, country ballads get emotion across in a really good way. But then I realized, oh, I can try rock because Storm Dock and Envy and Forge and Jerry and Omega all introduced me to the rock genre and said, you could do these as rock songs and they would sound just as good. So that's kind of where we're at.
And that answers question number two. So moving along, how would you describe your sound to somebody who has never heard your music?
My music comes from heart and emotion and life experiences. So sometimes you'll get funny ha-ha songs. Sometimes you will get deep, dark, painful, emotional songs. It honestly depends what I'm in when I write the song. So I have serious songs, funny songs. Um, Basically, I want the artist to be able to relate to experiences I've had, because there are some people that have gone through the same type of experiences in life. And if I can share it through song and music, it makes it a lot more meaningful and personal.
What is one song from the 90s that has a major impact on your life?
That is kind of a really tough question for me, but one that always pops in my head, especially when I'm having a bad day. And I can kind of thank you for this, being with you for the last 7 years and married to you for 5 years. It's Blink 182's All the Small Things, because all the little small things you do for me throughout life and through the day, and the little notes that you put in my lunchbox when you send me to work to make sure I have food for the day and food for my students, just that, those little small things are important and they matter. So that's why when I write things, I think the small things do matter. Like, it doesn't have to be big and fancy. Little small gestures mean a lot. So that's probably one of the songs that's impacted me a lot in my life.
Way to put me on the spot.
I got to brag about you sometimes.
Yeah.
I am proud of you.
So instead of the most difficult part of your music journey, what has been the most difficult part of your life, and what has helped you move forward?
The thing I struggle with most, and it's hard for me to get over it, especially when it hits hard to some places, growing up being abused and bullied and being in situations that made me feel really uncomfortable. Those have all been difficult times in my life. And sometimes when it hits hard, it can trigger my PTSD from some of those events that happened. And it makes me start to question and doubt myself. And I really struggle with that a lot. So that's why a lot of my songs, you hear me talk about those struggles and how I overcame those struggles.
Now, I know this one's about you teaching math, so really, I don't think you want anybody to feel anything from the song, but what would you like your listeners to understand about Numbers Are My Jam?
So this is my explicit version of Numbers Are My Jam, which Numbers Are My Jam released on my Scarlet album at the beginning of August. Numbers Are My Jam is basically letting you know that we make mistakes in math, we make mistakes in life, and it's okay to make those mistakes. So I like to, when my students joke around with, I will joke around a lot with people, even when I make the math mistakes. And, I'll be sitting there, I was like, I should be able to do this math in my head, and I can't. So I'll shout out a random answer and then realize, oh, wait, no, that's the wrong answer. Laugh it off and then do it. So basically, this was just a funny song about how we were making mistakes in math class one day. And it just kind of came about from that. So it's one of my more fun songs. And it is catchy, and I'm sorry if it gets stuck in your head.
Without further ado, Numbers Are My Jam by Scarlet.
All right. Settle down. No. Seriously, sit down. We're not arguing about 2 + 2 again today. We are not doing that shit again. explosions in my head. Got a room full of chaos and a chalkboard full of dread. I'm breaking down the basics, keeping everything alive. And somehow we're debating if 2 plus 2 is 5. I draw it on the board, nice and slow, real clean. And still I get a question like I'm speaking in a dream. Miss, what if it's different? No, I promise it's the same. I didn't sign up for this level of bullshit pain. The circuit breaks, my patience shakes. I'm watching logic disappear with every goddamn move you make. Numbers on my tab, but y'all don't understand. I wrote it on the board. 2 plus 2 is 4. Blank stares in the room like I'm teaching on the moon. Got chalk dust on my hands. Numbers are my jam. Numbers are my jam. Numbers are. I said, what's 3 times 3? Somebody said 22. I paused, took a breath. I said, let's walk that shit through. What's half of 10? I hear maybe 8 at this point. I'm negotiating with fucking fate. What's the square root of 4? Someone whispered 6. I'm rethinking every damn life choice that got me into this. Is 0 even real? Now we're going deep. I just wanted to teach, not lose fucking sleep. The logic bends, the sanity ends. I'm one wrong answer from losing all my goddamn sense again. Numbers on my jam, but y'all don't understand. I wrote it on the board. 2 plus 2 is 4. Blank stares in the room like I'm teaching on the moon. Got chalk dust on my hands. Numbers are my jam. What's 7 times 8? What's 9 divided by 3? Why is this suddenly a mystery? What's 12 squared? What's pi to 2? Why the hell are you all looking like this is new? If x equals 5, then what is 2x? Why the fuck did someone just say hex? Count it, add it, add it. Count it, count it, count it, count it, add it. Count it, count it, add it. Why are we panicking? 2 plus 2 is 4, not 5. Whoa, whoa, gonna survive. Multiply, divide. Keep your damn hands inside the ride. Numbers on my jam. Even if you don't understand, I wrote it on the board. 2 plus 2 is 4. I've explained it 10 damn times. I'm losing track of my mind. Got chalk dust in my lungs. Still teaching everyone. Numbers, my jam. Alright, we're gonna try this shit again tomorrow. Bring a fucking calculator. Oh, nope, can't fucking say that.
And we were, because we were learning about absolute value and how it is all positive numbers. We were arguing how 0 was part of absolute value today and why 0 is a number. So yes, Hollow Drift. We do argue a lot about numbers in my math class.
Well, is 0 an actual number, or is it the absence of numbers?
See, they never really say about it, because 0 is a real number, but is also not a real number. So you have to look at it in the equation to figure out what it is.
That's kind of like asking the question is, if light is all colors combined, is red really a color?
Pretty much. That's why we always say Hollow Drift is right. 0 is double-sided.
Absolutely. So I'm going to let you take it from here, because he's your best friend for 30 years. And we're going to have our special guest. And I'm muting the two of you because I'm echoing really badly. So Scarlett has known Forge for over 30 years. They went to high school together, just like Jerry. Jerry and Scarlett have been friends since high school. So I'm going to let her take this because she knows him so much better than I do. I've only known him for about 3 months, but I've gotten to know both Jerry and Forge pretty well just from the stories bouncing back and forth from everybody. So I really think that she will do a better job at interviewing him than I would.
Well, thank you for that introduction. Yes, Forge and I go way back, past high school into middle school years. Um, so Forge has actually had a profound impact in my life. The reason we have him being our special guest spotlight tonight, he is a founding legacy member of Swain Family Records. He supports everyone in the group. He's also a moderator like I am myself. So if you have questions, you can go to him. He helps you with bounce ideas off with music. He's been he's amazing. He is one of the producers for JLRP Record Productions. So when you see that pop up in a lot of our music, it's because he has helped us produce our albums. So Forge, basically, I'm going to go through the same questions with you, and you're going to answer them to the best of your ability. So question one, who is your favorite artist or band, and why have they had such a strong influence on you?
I would say I technically do not have a favorite. I have a mass collective of favorites. All throughout the 90s, there was great bands. Slipknot, Godsmack, Disturbed, Kitty, Ozzy, Pantera, Static X. I mean, the list goes on and on. And even in more modern music, you got bands like Five Finger Death Punch, Nine Inch Nails. I mean, the list is endless on amazing artists and bands. So, I mean, when you're going down the road of favorite, there's not really an answer for that.
That is very true. It is always hard to pick a favorite. What originally inspired you to begin creating your music?
I would say originally I'd have to start with my mother because she introduced me to every genre of music. I mean, even when I was young, while we were out in the country, but she'd always put on, ZZ Top or, just Sharp Dressed Man, I mean, any type of music. She loved different types of music and everything like that. And me and my cousin Jimmy, we'd always talked about, doing music. And I talked about it with Jerry too over the years and everything. And then, not long ago, really less than a year ago, my cousin hit me up and said, "Hey, I'm doing this. I want you in on it. Come on, come on, come on." And he finally talked me into jumping in there. And that's what kicked all this off with JLRP.
Awesome. How would you describe your personal sound to someone hearing your music for the first time?
Real. I write everything from my personal life. I'm a very protective person. A lot of my music boils into that. I mean, it's one of those, I stand up for others. I will be the first one to jump in the line of fire. And that's, what I write from. It's how I've always lived my life.
All right. What is one song, either your own or someone else's, that has had a major personal impact on your life?
Ask me that again.
What is one song, either your own song or someone else's song, that has had a major personal impact on your life?
I'm Doing the Best I Ever Did by Godsmack. When you're having those days where everybody's just coming down on you, that song always plays in my head.
What has been the most difficult part of your musical journey, and how has it helped you continue to move forward?
Keeping everything organized for all of y'all. I mean, literally just the amount of information I deal with, helping other people, getting all these, tracks organized and getting everything distributed legally and keeping all the metadata correct. And it's a lot.
And what would you like our listeners to understand, feel, or remember after hearing your song tonight?
That's actually a pretty simple one. The whole premise of this song is do not let anyone control you. Stand up and stop the factor of letting them take over your life and control your actions.
Okay, well, we are really excited to hear your song this evening, and we thank you for coming on the show to play it for us. It is called Never Be Your Thralls. Omega, roll the beautiful bean footage.
It's really kind of funny, though, how Forge and I usually have a very similar theme to our songs on the same day.
You made your chains and laws, hoping to drag the whole world to its knees. But you were not prepared for people like me. I will never be your thrall, motherfucker. I am Ford. Thrown from broken bones, ruled through fear and twisted laws. Bought obedience with blood and gold, then claimed your rule over us all. You mistook our silence for surrender, mistook restraint for weakness shown. You thought we'd never see the truth behind the lies that built your throne. But every scar you carved upon us, every wound you left behind, forged another soul to stand and leave your reign to die. I will never be your thrall. You may think you own us all, but I don't give a fuck what you think. Face to face, toe to toe on the fucking front line. I will never bow to your crooked crown. I will stand against you and you'll never take my soul. I will never break. I will never be your thrall. Be your thrall. You can chain the ones who kneel, you can rule the ones who hide. You can buy every greedy soul and drag them to your side. The power built upon submission dies when people stand and scream. Fuck you! One voice rising from the ashes can make 1,000 others speak. When you hear we the people rise and speak as one, you will know you are done. Done, 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 done. You can chain everyone that bows before you, but your chains will never hold me. I am forged, motherfucker. You better bring an army if you think you can take me down. You'll never make me kneel. That's your fucking fate. You have an army. You paid to stand beside you. I have an army forged through loyalty, built on blood and trust, through every battle fought. And when your soldiers run, mine will still be standing by my side. By my You may think you own us all, but I don't give a fuck what you think. Face to face, toe to toe on the fucking front line. I will never bow to your crooked crown. We will stand against you and you'll never take our souls. We are the people. We hold the line. We will never bow. We will never break. We the people. We will never be your throne. You conquered cities. You crowned yourself a king. You bought an army and called yourself a god. But every throne built on fear eventually falls. And when I am done, you won't fear my army. You won't fear my strength. You'll fear the name. Forge. We will never be your
Power. That was a very, very powerful way to close out tonight's Rock and Metal Spotlight show. Thank you to everyone who joined us tonight on the Swain Family Records Music Competitive Arena Network for this special Jammin' with Scarlet Omega Rock and Metal Spotlight. Tonight we had the opportunity to hear some incredible music and learn more about the artist, influences, struggles, and experiences behind every song. Thank you to everyone who came on the show who was a champion or legacy member and shared their experience with us. Please continue to support all these artists after tonight's show. Follow their pages, stream their music, share their work, and let them know if one of their songs connected with you. Again, I'm Scarlet and he's Omega, and we want to thank you for jamming out with us tonight on Jammin' with Scarlet and Omega. Rock on, everybody.
Monday night fades, but the signal still burns. Scarlet and Omega until the show returns.
Rock energy ringing through the neon glow.
Metal heartbeat closing out the show.
Hard rock, fire blues, rock in the veins.
Rock, thunder still shaking the chains.
Every sound brought power to the arena light.
Thank you to the artists who brought the fight.
Power down, but keep that fire alive.
We will meet again next Monday night.
Jammin' with Scarlet and Omega tonight.
Rock and metal burn beneath the spotlight.
The battle is over, but the whole world knows.
This is the music competition show. Rock,
Metal, rap, rock, blues, and grime.
every sound with a rock or metal spine.
Scarlet and Omega.
The storm, the spark,
Signing off loud from
the edge of the dark.
Jammin' with Scarlet and Omega tonight. Thank you for joining us under the lights.
Turn it down now, but remember the show.
We will see you next Monday.
Ready to go. This has been Swain Family Records Network.
Thank you for watching.